Rosie, lay down. What's up, guys? Welcome back for another video. I have my co-host Rosie. Say hi. And also Snuggles. Say hi, buddy. So today I wanted to talk about some of the things that I did wrong when I started my fitness journey. Rosie, can you just lay down? So I was 20, I think, when I started lifting, or when I started getting more into working out. I don't think I'd started lifting really yet, but I was a sophomore in high school, not high school, I was a sophomore in college, and I think I started just out of purely like vain reasons. I started off going to the gym doing mostly cardio. Back then it was really like I would not stop doing cardio until I hit like a certain amount of calories on the elliptical or the treadmill. And then I would only ever train abs. That's where I started. I only ever did abs. I would follow like YouTube videos. I didn't really know anything about working out. I didn't know about how to eat to get to the goals that I wanted. I didn't really know what my goals were. It was very much just like, I think that I should do this. And then the summer before I started my sophomore year of college, I went to the gym with my dad. He showed me some of the basics. And when I went back to college, I kind of continued with it, but was kind of on and off. I also, I was small. Like, I was really small when I first started. I'm only 5'2", and in college, my freshman year, I think I weighed like 95 pounds. But my body composition was very different from what it is now. I definitely had that misconception that I would be bulky, which, let me tell you right now, is not a thing unless you make it happen on purpose. So I guess that's probably the first thing that I would say was my big mistake, was not realizing how much lifting weights could benefit me, and that cardio and working out only my abs was not going to give me the results that I was looking for, which at the time I don't really know what I was looking for. I did a whole lot of cardio and a whole lot of abs, and I really didn't see any changes. But it was so superficial at the time that I didn't really care. The second thing that I would say that I did, not wrong, but kind of something that I learned the hard way, was that certain foods won't make me gain weight and certain foods won't make me lose weight. When you do a search on Google or on Pinterest or whatever, you find these lists of fat-burning foods, or foods for weight loss, or foods that make you gain weight. And this is not true. I still had so many myths, I think, that I believed, and that really kept me back from getting to the next step in my journey. Pineapple wasn't gonna burn fat from my body, things like that. The really common myths out there, like you're not supposed to eat after a certain time, or that carbs make you fat, or fat makes you fat, or anything you eat makes you fat. Totally not true, and I wish I could tell my 20-year-old self that. The third thing that I learned the hard way was that having abs was not the epitome of fitness or health. When I first started, and how I mentioned I was only ever working out, I was only doing abs. A million crunches, planks, side planks, every kind of plank you can think of. And it was so important to me for some reason to have visible abs, just because that's what sells. Like, that's what's sold to us in magazines and movies and modeling, and that's what we're told is supposed to be like, that's fitness, right? That is, when you see someone who has ripped abs, you're like, wow, they are killing it. They are their fitness goals or body goals, whatever. I reached this point in lifting where I realized that having visible abs wasn't serving me a purpose. It wasn't serving me, it wasn't making me a better person. It wasn't helping me get through school. It's not gonna help me get a job. I mean, I guess unless I'm a fitness model, which I'm never going to be. it reached a point where I was like, why am I doing this? Why is this important? Especially as a woman being told, you know, what I should look like or whatever. And then once I got over that fear of not having visible abs, it opened up a whole new world for me. Realizing, you know, that I'd been doing things for the wrong reasons really helped me in getting to that next level of what I call my like real start to lifting. I wish I hadn't been so focused on having abs or a six-pack. It was so pointless. Like, who cares? It's so like, thinking back, it's so stupid now, but at the time it was so real to me. Number 4 kind of piggybacks off of the last thing, which is focusing on strength instead of aesthetic goals was so much more internally motivating. It made it so much easier mentally to get to the gym and be motivated to be there and really look forward to my workout and look forward to, oh, next week am I going to be stronger than I was last week. I wish I hadn't focused so much on the aesthetic goals, because when I learned to focus on the strength goals, it just like blew my mind. Oh, sorry, Rosie. I scared her. Realizing that I could focus on something else than the way that I looked in the mirror, it sparked something that was more of an internal motivation than an external motivation, and it just made me feel better about myself. It really upped my confidence. Like I said, I had been so small my entire life. It almost gives you like a certain kind of freedom to not have to rely on someone physically to do things for you. So focusing on the strength aspect unleashed this whole new world for me. I started eating more. I wasn't afraid of foods anymore. I started picking up bigger weights in the gym, started pushing myself more. And then I realized something really weird. Who would have known it would work like this? But lifting heavier weights and eating more, especially eating more, what do you know? The muscles and the aesthetic part kind of came with it. And then I was like, whoa. And when I saw it pay off, when I actually started to see the muscle build on, it was much more an internal motivation to be like, wow, I worked for that. I did that. It was just such an important part of where I am now that I want to share it with all women that I meet. And I know it's not everyone's thing and it doesn't interest everyone, but I don't know why I'm crying. What number was that? I don't know even what number I'm on. Now I'm like all in my head. All in my feels. The number 5 thing I learned the hard way was that it's okay to take breaks. It's okay to take a couple weeks off, vacation, whatever, and your progress isn't going to be ruined. Some PRs of mine I've gotten after coming back from like a week or 2 break, which you would think like, oh, you're losing strength, you're losing muscle, but it totally wasn't like that. You know, you can only run your body into the ground for so long until your body's like, yo, dude, like, I need a break. I wish I had learned that sooner. You know, your body needs to repair, your body needs a little bit of a break, so breaks are... Number 6 is that the all or nothing mentality was not realistic. When people are so all into lifting and fitness, it's usually that they are a competitor or they get paid for that to be their lifestyle, like YouTubers or people who have sponsorships, or they're like a fitness model or something like that. But as a regular person, like I'm just a regular, degular, schmegular person, and fitness isn't my whole life. So I really had to step back and be like, it's okay if it's not my entire life because it's not my job. The ultimate goal should be longevity. Being able to play catch with my dog, or, I mean, not that Rosie doesn't run really. Just being around for longer. I want to be able to be in the gym and lift for as long as I can. I want to be able to be physically mobile and be able to play with my grandkids and go out on walks with my husband when we're old, and because I'm gonna make him do that. You know, it's great to have strength goals in the meantime while I'm younger, but I don't want to be so into it that I'm like running my body into the ground. I just wish I hadn't been so hard on myself because it was totally okay to not be all into it all at once. I think if I would have been nicer to myself about it, it probably could have saved me the extra stress. Because that's my whole list. The biggest things that I've learned since starting this whole fitness thing 6 years ago, when I had no idea what I was doing. I think I've come a long way since then. My wish by sharing all of this is just that hopefully you don't have to learn something the hard way that I learned the hard way, and that maybe this was helpful. Okay, well, that's all I got for you guys. If you enjoyed this, go ahead and give a like and subscribe so that I know, and let me know also what other things you might want to know about my health and fitness journey, and we will see you guys next time. Bye!